Okay, so we're now on video 4. And I find this the most important. We're talking about balancing your spirit. To me, spirituality is extremely important, and it is definitely something that needs to be balanced in your life. So, do you use tarot cards to decide whether or not to use the bathroom? Do you feel spiritually incomplete without gluten-free foods, tofu, and dietary supplements? Well, I do feel incomplete without gluten-free foods because I have to eat them. But for you guys, it might be different. Do you find yourself searching for a spiritual explanation or meaning in every aspect of your life? It is likely that you are suffering from an imbalance in spirit if you answered yes to those questions. There were a few more, but you get the point. An imbalance in the realm of spirit occurs when you rely on spirituality to fill in the gaps in your life. In reality, spirit does not fill in any gaps of your life. It is just your life. Just as it is, plain and simple. People who are imbalanced in spirit don't want to believe this. And they often have bizarre concepts of the meaning of spiritual life. They are considered spiritually obsessed. The important lesson for someone suffering from spiritual obsession is to see that all of life is an expression of spirit. One does not need to search for it, add explanations to it, or develop theories about it. An authentic and genuinely magical life is one infused with the essence of one's spiritual practice, but it does not focus on all the external artifacts of one's spirituality. Tarot cards, candles, incense, pendulums, and all those things like that have their place in spiritual life, but they should not become objects that become obsessed upon. The opposite of the spiritual obsession is the dismissive rationality. That is someone who focuses the attention on practical matters in an attempt to exclude spirituality from their life. Often, an individual who lives in this way experiences periods of feeling isolated, depressed, and intensely disconnected. Okay, so if you feel like you're a little bit spiritually obsessed, this is for you. If you find that you tip the scales in the direction of spiritual obsession, take time to be silly and have a little bit of fun. There's nothing about which you need to be serious. Eat foods, wear colors, listen to music, and talk with people who you generally avoid because they repeatedly stunt your spiritual growth. Notice if you're able to find spirit in these activities. If not, why not? Now, this is for the grounded practicality people that need the facts and can't just have faith in their spirituality. Most readers of this book will not likely fall into this category, but you may know of someone in your life who does. If you know someone who tips the scales in the direction of grounded practicality, recommend to that individual to take time to explore something mysterious. Explore the meaning of existence. Why are we here? Exactly who and what we are at our core. What about exploring Stonehenge? The pyramids. How does premonition work? What about ley lines, crop circles, and etc.? Extraterrestrial life. If these topics are too metaphysical, perhaps the individual can simply contemplate why the divine does not play a part in his or her life. How did he or she arrive at a life that excluded the possibility of a divine force? Another strategy might be viewing movies or documents that explore non-rational or spiritual topics. The more time this individual spends offsetting the overly grounded mindset, the more fluid and flexible he or she will become over time. Usually, These type of people have to see it to believe it. Finally, the rational, dismissive individual should explore the feelings, the emotions that underlie this defensive position. Are they feelings of fear, anger, frustration, sadness? This individual would benefit from examining those feelings thoroughly and placing them into perspective. This practice may leave the individual with a feeling of internal spaciousness and an ability to accommodate a personal spiritual search. So, I'm going to guess most of you fall more into the first category, but you're not totally obsessed. And sometimes you probably fall into the second category when you have questions about the universe or life. I find myself, I fall more into the first one, except I find that I go through periods of I'm really, really into something, and then I still kind of like it, but I'm just not into it anymore, and I just go through these up and down stages, and I need to stay at a base level of where I'm into it. I practice it on a routine that is healthy for my spiritual life, so I can stay spiritually connected and not have these huge spikes of that's all I do, and then I don't do it for a month. So yeah, this is the end of our balancing series. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please let me know. I'd be very happy to answer them. And there's only a few more videos that I'm going to be making about the spring equinox, so blessed be.